Alright, we got a minute left of this warm-up. My warm-up efforts did not go great. My legs feel absolutely smoked already. So we're going to do the 20-minute FTP test. I'm going to do it in 5-minute chunks. So I'll go out a little bit under my current FTP the first 5 minutes, and then the next 5 minutes I'll try to hold my current FTP, which is 269, and then the last 5 minutes is try to go all out with whatever I have left in the tank, and yeah, get something in the books to start this next training block. Let's suffer. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm going to try to hold maybe an 85 cadence. It seems to be about what my race cadence is. So, and I'm just looking for my average right now to get up to a little bit below that 269. If I could hit 255 for this first 5 minutes, that'll be good, and I should stop talking because this is not an easy test. But we'll have some fun with it. Sometimes I get caught in between shift points, so I can't hit the wattage I want for the desired cadence. But we make do with what we can, and we find that sweet spot. I like to do the bulk of this test in aero position because that's what I race in. That's what I train in. So I rarely do a training workout on the road bike or in the uprights. So towards the end of the test, whenever I do my all-out effort, I'll probably get up on the horns and try to push some harder power, kind of simulate maybe doing an uphill climb or something. That's whenever I'd use that power range, or a sprint. Heart rate's at 155. I would assume once we get into it, it'll be mid to high 160s. 170 towards the end, if I do it right. And I will stop talking after this first 5 minutes. I try to always look where I'm going whenever I do a test or any efforts on the trainer, because you're not racing looking down like this. That alters your position, and it just alters how you put down the power. We're going to try to round this first 5-minute block at 250 watts. And there it is. So we're kind of on target. And I'm bumping up to my current FTP range now. It's asking how I'm doing. Okay. My FTP is something that I expect to be able to hold for an Olympic distance try. That bike would take me about approximately 1 hour. So I'd expect to be able to hold this for that in a perfect world. Realistically, a little bit under, because you're coming from a swim and you have to conserve for the bike or the run after. Maybe a sprint try is what I hold my FTP at. It's good to know that number. Pushing 90 cadence, a little higher than I wanted, but I think if I shift up, I'm going to be activating too much muscle in my leg. It would probably drop me down to 80 cadence just to stay at 269 power. Rhino power. I don't know why I'm filming this. I think I'm just trying to hold myself accountable. I'm expecting a slight decrease in my FTP, being the end of the season. Just finished an off season, so all is good though. There's my excuse coming out. Past the 10-minute point. Sometimes I reward myself with sitting upright for a minute. Once we get to these final stretches. .162 heart rate. Definitely huffing and puffing. I'm gonna give myself a minute here. This is a mental break, but I'm still pushing the power I want. It's actually a little easier to push sitting up. That last 5 minutes we'll be sitting up on the bulk of that. I feel like it's cheating, but whatever. A lot of people won't agree with that. Most people don't go in aero for their tests, but like I say, that's how I race, so. I thought I was gonna stop talking. Just entertaining myself. Not easy. Up. Last 5 minutes. And it shipped up. That was a mistake. We'll alternate shifting each minute. See what we can push. Three minutes. Two minutes. I'm losing it. Very frustrating. All that for nothing. Trick your mind. Trick it. I'd be happy to get over 270 for the average of this 20-minute test. One minute. Seconds. All she wrote, dropped it. Fuck. It was not easy. Proud of myself for sticking it out. After that warm-up, I wasn't going to do it today, but I have a baseline to go off of to start this next training block. We'll do another test in like a month. Very tired today. That was very difficult. These are not fun. It's a nice little 5-minute cool down now. Oh, that's frustrating. I knew it. That's okay. All that means is now my workouts are a little bit easier. It's a double-edged sword. You want to increase your FTP, that makes your workouts harder. What you want, because you want to get better. You want to get faster, more powerful. But my next race is a marathon. I'm going to train like a triathlete for it. And this gives me some proper training numbers and target power paces to hit. Instead of barely hanging on, I should be able to complete these workouts as prescribed. Like I said, we'll give it another go in a month. This isn't the best angle for this, but little booty shot. Yeah, well, I guess I should set up a tripod or something next time I do this. But that was fun. Maybe next time I won't talk through it. Maybe I'll actually play music. I had on some Metallica, and whenever I started recording, it shut off my music. So there's another excuse. I got a new saddle on. Feels good though. That's not an excuse. My bike feels pretty good right now. I'd like to do something with the aero bars, make my wrists not so cramped up. Kind of hold on to it a bunch of different ways. But oh, I hate this test. I like the 20-minute test though. Your FTP is kind of your maximal effort for a full hour. To try to do your maximum effort for a full hour, there's a lot of variables to that. So the 20-minute test helps condense it, and it makes it more, probably a little bit more accurate. They take what you could do in 20 minutes, multiply it by 0.95% to estimate what your full hour effort would be. It's close enough to have some good training paces and get some data off of it. There's tons of other different tests you could do. A 15-mile time trial effort, a ramp test. Maybe I'll do one of those. Maybe it'll be easier or harder. I actually think those are harder. You just keep going and going and going until you fail. But all right, that was this test. So thanks for tuning in.